Morning! We just parked up in Hartsop, small village near Patterdale in the Eastern Lake District, where today we're going to start off on Hartsop Dodd, which is just there straight in front of us. A steep ascent straight from the car, straight up the side of this wall onto the ridge and to the summit of Hartsop Dodd. From there we'll see where we get, but ultimately we'll be coming back down via Grey Crag. It's a cold morning, -3 at the moment, but I'm almost certain once we get into that sunshine things are going to warm up today. 15th of March 2025. Head out the car park, turn right where the sign says Pasture Beck, cross the beck and start heading straight up the side of this wall. Keeping to the left hand side of the wall. First style of the day. Any big dogs might require a little bit of a lift. Up we go. Up. Good boy. My initial thought when I was driving through, when I passed Keswick it was -4, was, oh dear, I've got shorts on. Did I make a mistake? Well, I'm not 15 minutes into this walk without the shade and frost at the bottom of the hill into the sunshine, and it's lovely. Jacket's off, gloves are off, and I'm almost certain the jumper will be off soon, so I guess it'll be shorts now until autumn at least. It's my first video since our fantastic epic adventure in Cornwall. I'll put a YouTube video up from our holiday. It's a long one, I think it's about 1 hour and 20 minutes, but it covers an absolute mass of locations in Cornwall, so if you're interested in that one, please check it out. It's the last video I loaded. Once you're at the top of the wall, the path will start veering left up onto the ridge, and from the top of the wall here we'll get our first view of Brothers Water. There you go. And behind me to our left, Glenriddin Dodd and Place Fell, Ullswater. And if you think the ascent's steep on this one, the descent's equally as steep. And the valley to our right, beyond Brothers Water, Dovedale. For me, I think one of the loveliest valleys in the entire Lake District. That's Grey Crag to our left, our route down later, beyond Grey Crag High Street. We're not too far from our first summit of the day, Hartsop Dodd. (618 metres). It's a Wainwright, a Burkitt and a Nuttall. And I think the wooden post just over here from the big cairn is the summit. I think Wainwright even refers to it. From Hartsop Dodd we're going to follow the wall to our next summit, Stony Cove Pike, which is up there, straight in front of us. We're just approaching the summit of Stony Cove Pike, 763 metres. It's a Wainwright, a Burkitt, a Hewitt, a Nuttall and a Madeline. And oddly enough there's no summit feature, no cairn or trig point, just this outcrop of rocks. To our south we've got Windermere, panning right round into the west. We've got the high fells, the Scar Fells, and then back round we got Helvellyn Range, Catsteycam there, Helvellyn there, Nethermost Pike, Dollywagon Pike. We've got a chunk of descent now because we're going to head over to Thornthwaite Crag and the Beacon. Up there. Follow the steep track all the way down into Threshwaite Mouth in the bottom there, and then all the way back up to the beacon. The valley to the right of the Col below Thornthwaite Crag and Frostwick and Hill Bell is Troutbeck, and you can just see the Troutbeck tongue there in the middle. We've got an easterly breeze blowing through the Col and it's absolutely Baltic again. It's gone from really warm to freezing cold. I'm sure that lot in front of us will soon warm us up once we start ascending up to the beacon. It's a bit of a rough old scrambly trod down into this Col, so just be careful. Some of the rocks have been a little bit slippy, they've got a bit of ice on them. Threshwaite Mouth. Good God, that's a bit of a tongue twister. I'll try again. I give up. We're in the Col anyhow. To our left we've got Pasture Bottom, where ultimately we're going to head off the end of Great Crag over there, and to our right Troutbeck. Thornthwaite Crag straight ahead of us. Billy's found himself a nice pool to drink out of. Enjoying that, lad, eh? Threshwaite Mouth. Threshwaite. That'll do. I don't know whether it's right, but it'll do. Threshwaite Mouth. We're heading back up the other side now, and it's boiling hot again. Here's the rock star back in lakes doing his thing. Aye, kind of steep on the way back up. Alright for him. Hang on, man, I can't keep up with you. There's a better view of Pasture Bottom, the Col and Troutbeck. We're just approaching the summit of Thornthwaite Crag and the very impressive beacon. And here we have the beacon, Thornthwaite Crag, 784 metres. It's a Wainwright, a Burkitt, a Hewitt and a Nuttall. from the beacon we're going to head north and start descending down to Grey Crag. There is another little obscure summit on this ridge before Grey Crag. It's called north of Thornthwaite Crag, just in case you didn't know. And we're going to cross it. And there's our beautiful ridge off Grey Crag. To our right we've got Hayeswater Gill, this valley down here, High Street above it, the Knot, and down to Hartsop Dodd. There's a better view now of Hayeswater Gill. Hayeswater at the end. So as I mentioned earlier, this first summit isn't Grey Crag, it's north of Thornthwaite Crag. It's a summit, a classified summit, and it's 710 metres, and this little pointy thing here is the summit. There you go, this grassy mound's the summit. From Thornthwaite Crag side it looks like a hill, but once you cross this side heading towards Grey Crag, which we can now see, end of the ridge, this little summit here is a little bit insignificant. There's certainly not much of a drop on this side. Yeah, so north of Thornthwaite Crag, or Thornthwaite Crag North Top, is a Singe and a Buxton and Lewis. It's a new one, eh? Another obscure list of summits. I was speaking to one of my subscribers a few weeks ago and we were talking about Buxton and Lewis's. The Buxton and Lewis had a hill list of 423 hills, 2,000 footers in England and Wales. I've not been down to Wales for a long time, probably 7 or 8 years, so I don't think the Buxton and Lewis list is one that I'm keen on completing, although I do think me and Tracy need to get back down into Wales. Another refreshment stop. Some lovely light there now over High Street, the Knot and Rest Dodd. Here's water below us. The Wainwright summit of Grey Crag, 698 metres. It's a Wainwright, a Burkitt and a Nuttall. There is a higher point at the wall behind us, 699 metres. So I guess that's the true summit. I think that's the Nuttall as well. And what a view from the end here. We're going to start to descend Grey Crag now, steeply off the front and back into Hartsop. There's Hartsop Dodd now over to our left where we set off this morning. In the village of Hartsop. Catstye Cam looking beautiful in the light over there. And Helvellyn. You could do this route either way around. You know, you could start on Grey Crag, but in all honesty it's as steep on Grey Crag as it is on Hartsop Dodd, so you're not really going to gain anything. You're still going to have to do that hard ascent straight from the car and then hard descent back into the valley. I like it this way. Keep zigzagging your way down into Hazewater Gill. Wow, look at this foot erosion. A little bit of work for Fix the Fells. As you can see, we're back on the footpath and heading back into Hartsop. We've probably less than half a mile to go, so I'm going to wrap the video up. In total, the walk will be just over 6 miles. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been a fantastic day. An absolute beautiful walk. It's been quiet on the fells. There was a few people on Thornthwaite Crag, but other than that we've had it fairly quiet. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you like my content. If you do, please think about subscribing. So it's bye from me and bye from our lad, the Rockstar. We'll just stop for a view of this lovely little barn. It's Tracy's favourite barn, this. She always likes to stop here. Look at that. You been in there for a drink? Good lad. You going back in? Go on then. So today's walk starts from the village of Hartsop. Heading out the village we turned right and head over past Beck and then up to the summit of Hartsop Dodd. From the summit of Hartsop Dodd we followed the wall, eventually reaching the summit of Stony Pike. We then dropped down into the col of Threshwaite Mouth and steeply back up the other side to Thornthwaite Crag and the beacon. Leaving the beacon we head over Thornthwaite Crag north top and then down to Grey Crag. Dropping off the front of Grey Crag we steeply drop back down into Hazewater Gill and back to Hartsop.